And hello, once again. We're back, y'all. The Teddy and Monica show on WFTB 104.1 FM, Tab Nashville Gospel Radio Station. You were just listening to our first Lady A. I'm going to view that holy city one of these days. An amazing song that they came out with, and y'all, I just want to give it up for them. But today, y'all, we're excited to be in the place. Monica, how you doing today? It's good to see you
Good, Mr.
after
Chess.
work.
I'm good.
How you feeling? How you feeling over
I'm
there?
feeling great. Welcome back. We was out last week due to the holiday, but it's great being back.
It's awesome being back, y'all. We're excited to be here today, you all. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this great conversation we're gonna have tonight, y'all. We have another African American young brother, y'all, and I always put that out there first, y'all, because you have to understand, y'all, in this day and time, you don't get a lot of positive African American young black brothers out here doing things. And today, you all, we have a amazing brother with us today, you all. He is a rapper. He has a non-profit organization. He's an engineer. He's a father. He has a lot of different things. I'm gonna let him actually introduce himself, you all. I'm gonna give his stage name, but I'm gonna let him introduce his government name to you all. I want to say his stage name real quick because it was pretty cool, and he just introduced or told me what the actual logo, what it stands for. But y'all, coming to the mic right now, y'all, we have none other than Train Spitter. Man, it's good to have you in the building on the day, brother.
You did a heck of a intro. That definitely humbled me. I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing a little something right. You know what I'm saying?
That's good stuff,
but I
bro.
appreciate it, brother, for real.
Man, I want to introduce you. Give us your full
So
government
you know,
name.
everybody, it's your boy T-R-A-N-E Spitter. That is Train Spitter. Raised out here in Nashville. My mother named me Ethan Da Silva. That's right. Both my parents are from a small country on the north coast of South America called Guyana. So I have a Caribbean background, but they named me Ethan Da Silva. That's my government name. But Train stands for the revolutionary artist named Ethan.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure that I'm not trying to run away from my identity. You know what I mean? I'm proud of who my mother named me to be, but also I want to make sure people know exactly what kind of person I am. You know what I mean?
Man, that's sweet.
Yeah.
And I was checking out your bio a little bit, and did you get a lot of the Caribbean culture from your parents growing up?
Absolutely. Oh yeah, I was dancing probably before I could walk. Caribbean music was a huge portion of our upbringing. My father was very much into like conscious reggae music, such as like Buju Banton and Sizzla Kalonji, and of course Brother Bob Marley. So a lot of that, the content and the context of the music was embedded in me in a very young age.
Okay. So I definitely know you have give us you're married, right?
Yes,
right.
Yep.
Yeah,
So I've been married for 4
to-
years. I'm married to my beautiful wife Tasha. Shout out Tasha. Tasha Da Silva. We've been married for 4 years now. We've been together for 8. We have a beautiful blended family. I have 2 kids. She has 2 kids. So it's 3 boys, 1 girl, 14, 13, 12, and 11. So and we just been doing this thing called life together, kind of just feeding off. We have different backgrounds, so we have completely different mindsets as how we view the world, but it's been very balanced. It's been a great eye-opener for me.
So when they say opposites attract, y'all opposites are really attractive.
Absolutely. And it's crazy because I actually met her. I went on tour with a gospel tour called the Extreme Tour in 2017, and touring up the East Coast. We ended up in Pennsylvania, and when I met her, her kids were outside at the concert, and they were just enthralled with my performance. So I was like, okay, well, this is my audience right here, so I'm performing for them. So that later on that night, she sends me like a DM on Facebook with the video of me performing for the kids.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I reached back out. We started having a conversation, and the rest was history. You know,
that's amazing, brother. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So,
fairy tale love.
yes, man, that is something real sweet.
Yeah.
So, Monica, you got anything you want to throw in real quick before we get off into more of this conversation now?
I want to know, how did you come up with the Train Spitter name?
Okay, so it used to be an actual train, right? It came from, just a life of just being a bad example. I wasn't making great decisions as a youth, and I earned my nickname from just being like a hard body, you know what I mean? And I actually liked the name for a while, so I went by E-Train, and then eventually just kind of getting older in age, you just kind of get awareness of yourself. And I didn't want to really just completely rebrand, so I just changed the spelling. And it actually didn't have a meaning. I just changed the spelling because I didn't want it to be an actual train anymore. And then I did an interview with Concrete Magazine. It's an independent underground magazine here in Nashville. And he asked me on the spot, and I just came up with it. I was like, the revolutionary artist named Ethan. And so that's kind of how that kind of came about. So, but it was just an attempt at me trying to turn a bad image of myself into something positive.
And you said that came from actually getting older in life and growing, and that
just becoming aware of yourself,
more mature, and that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Yes, sir. So I see, Ethan, man, bro, you got some albums out here.
Oh yeah, I got some work. I got some bodies of work outside.
Yes. One your was the rap album.
Yeah,
that was the last one that you did. Was in 2018.
Yeah. So I did a record. I partnered with a producer named Black Metaphor. Shout out to Black Metaphor, man. He's he's worked with like Rick Ross, Meek Mills, French Montana. So he's a big secular producer, and we went to school together at the Art Institute, and we kind of was just vibing, talking about music. And he was like, man, let's go pick up some music from the store. And he went and picked up Jeezy's album, and it had his name on it. I was like, oh yeah, I got to get some beats off of you. So we kind of collaborated and did that project. That's the project that actually charted me as a gospel artist.
It's a gospel artist. Yeah, man.
That's on the Prophets record.
And that's what I was gonna get down. So the Prophets record. What was the whole idea behind the Prophets record?
When I first moved to Atlanta, before I moved to Atlanta, I went to a prayer service with my sister, and I then did a prophetic reading over me. And in the prophetic reading, the lady kept talking about, and if you listen to the record, there's a recording of her, and she's like, I hear the Lord saying rap. And she just prophesies over me that God says to use my talent and my skill for the kingdom and to uplift people, and that's how I can serve God and utilize my abilities. So that song literally is a direct inspiration from that prophetic reading.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, that man.
So besides rap, do you sing or do you play any instruments?
If you have a voice, you can sing. So I can sing, but I need some help from like auto-tune or something. But no, I grew up in the 5th grade. I started playing cello. That's kind of really where I kind of started using music to kind of be a therapy for me, right? I was what you would call a troubled child, and having that cello, bringing that cello home gave me something productive to do while I was at home. And then my best friend who produces a lot of my music, his name is David. Shout out to Danny, right? So he produces music as well, but he was playing the violin, and that's kind of we literally used to bring our instruments home. We used to practice making music in the garage. So that's kind of like where my beginning with the love of music came from. But yes, I'll play a little bit of keys. I know how to read music, so I'm musically inclined. I'm traditionally trained, if you will, but I'm mainly a vocalist.
Okay.
So I want to go to this real quick, man. You wrote a song, man, that's called Starlight in memory of your cousin, and he was shot in
the Waffle House shooting. Yeah.
So
The shooting here in Nashville?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So my last name is Da Silva. Makila Da Silva, Joe, Taurine, Ebony, and there's one more. it's 4 people who lost their lives, and I think it changed our family dynamic forever when we lost Aquila. But yeah, so when that happened, a producer that I was working on who helped produce an album called Something for Your Headphones, he just reached out to me. He was like, "Hey man, I don't know what to say, but I know that music is a good outlet for you. You know, whatever you need, just come to the studio. We'll do it."
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was kind of just like, whatever. But, you know, me and Aquila had a really close relationship specifically because of music, right? He used to come over to my house and we would, you know, I would help him write raps. We even had a rap group called DDW. So it was really like a way to connect with him. You know what I mean? Through the ether. I didn't want to feel like I didn't want to wallow in my sadness because it felt like something that we couldn't control, you know, a random act of violence. It wasn't like he was sick or, you know, I don't know, maybe even a car accident would have felt a little bit more, we could be a little bit more at peace with it, but it was so violent and so vile and so destructive. So I felt like I had to do something. And the song honestly connects with a lot of different people for different reasons. And so I feel like that's the biggest portion of that song. I just wanted to write something that could console people when they're feeling that way, you know?
So Starlight though, give me that.
Okay, so here comes some astrophysics, right?
Right.
So when a star actually dies and explodes, right? The light from that star actually is expected to travel to the end of the universe for forever, right? There's no ending for that wavelength of energy. And so that's kind of like the analogous metaphor for Aquila's life. Even though his light has ceased to be here, his light will go on to the end of the universe.
That is good stuff right there, bro. That's good stuff, baby. You got anything you want to throw in real quick? Because
I want to talk one of your organizations. I think it was Bang for Liberation.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Bang for Liberation. The four way. Yeah. So Bang for Liberation is just it comes as it's a derivative of a nonprofit organization called Recycle Reinvest. So Recycle Reinvest was founded by Kamita and Ross Jaffe Judah, and it is basically a community organization using cleaning up the community to reduce the relationship between crime and trash, right? Mm-hmm. There's a direct relationship. If you see a place that it almost invites crime, right? When you have a neighborhood that's really trashy and messed up. And so they do community cleanups every month in the UCJC Napier community. We do community artist-led events. And Bang for Liberation that's where the artists come from, right? So Bang for Liberation is a ton of artists in Nashville that have come together to be the boots on the ground for this, activist movement. It's really like a play on the gang terminology, bang, right? You get people like, oh, I'm gonna bang on them or whatever. So Bang for Liberation is, if we're gonna bang for anything, if we're gonna bang on something, we're gonna bang to be liberated from oppressive forces, from disenfranchisement, from environmental racism. We don't want to even be free, right? Because what is free? We want to be liberated without any obstacles in our way from how we pursue happiness.
Okay, because I think it said you have like different block parties.
Yes, ma'am.
And different things. So the kids get engaged. So they clean up and then afterwards you all party.
Yep.
I mean, kind of have a
we got
fun.
Yep. So we do we'll bring out like a bounce house. We'll do like face painting. We had like a petting zoo come out one time. We also do free haircuts for the community, school giveaways. And then of course we feed them, right? But we want to feed people like healthy options. So we always find some type of vegetarian or vegan option in Nashville that can, help.
Look, you see me over here smiling because me and you we dropped a dime on that whole vegan thing. And y'all, this is the first time that I actually heard a community-wide, outreach program that actually gives the people a vegan option. You know, normally when you go out and you're doing stuff in the community, you know, you're gonna do the
Hot dogs, hamburgers,
easiest thing that you
chicken
can do,
wings.
the cheapest thing that you can do to actually, you know, make it sustain the people and you have enough food. But you say y'all actually give a vegan option, man.
I mean, and if you look, there's tons of and Black-owned vegan catering companies all throughout Nashville. So it's not hard to find those kind of foods. Now, I don't want people to think that I'm like the food police, right? So I'm okay with people who eat meat, right? It's not for everybody, though. I feel like we should definitely have a broader perspective on how people view eating meat. And then it's like that. I mean, Indian culture, if you look at Indian food, if you look at Chinese food, they have tons of vegetarian options, but we don't look at it like that because it's not marketed that way, you know?
And I'm gonna piggyback on you. You a vegan yourself, bro?
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't eaten meat in the better of a decade.
Wow. So that actually is a amazing thing to do for a community outreach, baby, to actually introduce them to vegan options and giving them something healthy for their body.
It'd be good too, man.
But you said something, and we do some vegan. You know, we go to vegan spots. It's pretty. What's the one that we go to? Can't even think of the darn name of it, baby. What's the name of it?
I have no idea.
Sunflower. That's the name of it.
Sunflower is a dope one. That's over there right on Lebanon Pike, I think.
Yeah. Sunflower is a great vegan option for a lot of people. But going back to your program. So when you say y'all go out and like pick up the trash in the neighborhoods and try to clean up like whole neighborhoods.
We actually organize group cleanups. So we get people from other communities everywhere, all around Nashville, to come together and meet us in the Napier community. And we go, we have enough people usually to make 2 full groups. And we just walk around the whole Napier community and just picking up trash. And what that does really is it ends up making people be able to feel like there's people trying to help them. You know what I mean? I've witnessed people literally come out of their house and pick up trash bags and start helping us pick up trash. You know, that's something they may have never done. You know, so it's a cool thing to see. It's a cool thing to see people from all over care about a community like that.
Okay, but I'm saying you all do stuff outside the Napier environment.
So I mean,
different ones that you go to.
Yeah, so I mean, we do a couple of different programs. So we have a location off Alicia Avenue called the Life House, and at the Life House we teach kids hydroponic gardening, right? We teach kids, stress relieving activities. We mentor to them there. I just partnered with the North Nashville Library and the Pruitt Library in the Napier community to teach kids audio engineering. We also had a partnership with Mentor to Motivate at the is it JJC, the Juvenile Detention Center, right down there by the Nissan Stadium. Yeah. So we have a ton of different outreach programs to try to reach the youth and kind of try to create intervention programs for at-risk behaviors. So it's not just the Napier community, but it is, that's where we have the majority of our work done, right? Because we have actually adopted a street in the middle of Napier.
So what pushes you, man, as a 35, you're 35, right?
35, yes, sir.
What pushes you, man, to want to go and literally be a part of the community and building up the community? Because some of these, like, you got to be inclusive on the website, on the Be For All, and it says, we prioritize the voice of those often left out of the conversation by creating spaces where communities can actively participate in localizing sustainable efforts. And I mean, y'all have a lot of great mottos and stuff to go after, bro. So what pushes you to want to actually...
I'm actually a part of the community, man. Like I'm outside with these people.
So
like
you really in the community.
Yeah, we're in the community. right now I live in Parkwood.
Okay.
So I go to the Parkwood Community Center. I mentor to the kids there. We working on trying to build a studio actually at that community center. So when you're there, when you see these youth, when you see the problems firsthand, front row, and it's like, who else? Ain't nobody coming to save us. You know what I mean? There is nobody coming to save us. And I think that a large part of my spirituality has made me a steward of the change that I want to see. I have a lot of, dope mentors to look up to as well, that kind of have inspired me to go forward. But I'm not like looking for like a gold medal or anything. If I don't do this work, it affects me directly. You know what I mean? It is my home. It is my community. It's my brothers. It's my sisters that will succumb to the negative effects of the things that we are trying to combat.
Absolutely, bro.
So I guess do you run into, because the kids nowadays are different from when we grew up.
Facts.
And so I know you have all these programs out there. Are the kids really receptive to what you're doing? I know we've tried, and some kids that they don't want to do it. This generation for some reason want to be lazy. So
I don't know if lazy is how I would describe it, but I agree with you that there is a lackluster empathy. There's a lack of empathy. There's a lack of passion. Everybody's like on autopilot, right? I don't think that it's laziness. I think it's they look at what hard work gets them, right? They have parents
That's good,
that
man.
work hard, and they don't have anything to show.
They don't have
for it.
anything to show for it.
They're working 50 to 60 hours. They're never home. I'm telling you, a lot of these thugs and delinquent children have hardworking parents that actually love and care about them. But what happens is the world is sucking them under, and then they're pushed into the school system, which fails them 2-3 times over before they're ever even remotely conscious of who they are for themselves. So they're depressed. They're not, depression looks like not wanting to do the things that make you happy, right? And a lot of them are just on autopilot. They're getting from one day to another, hoping that it gets better. And I don't know that there's a way to cure that, other than to, hold them by the hand and walk them that path. And I have resistance. Don't get me wrong. We're all hip hop artists. Sometimes we put our grills in, we put our chains on, we'll go, and be that role, and we'll still get resistance. But what happens is we show up every month, every week, and anytime we possibly can. And that consistency shows them, okay, well, maybe what they really got going on. And I think my approach is very specific, because as Train Spitter is a manifestation of my desire to be successful, right? I wanted to be like the Lil Wayne or the Jay-Z, because he looked like me, right? Growing up, I see these people and they have the same personas as me. So, if I can do this, then I can be rich. I can be successful. I can get myself out of my situation. And I realized very quickly that is a myth and a facade, right? That's all part of the game to show you this icon and say that you can achieve this if you do X, Y, and Z. But that's not true. That's not how that happens. But I did learn, however, how to navigate the music industry. And so that's how I connect to kids. I'm like, hey, actually, look, I'll show you my check, my royalty check. And they're like, dang, you get royalty checks? You're like, yeah, I can really generate money off of this music because I comprehend how to navigate the music industry. And I think that's when I start to see it click for them, right? When their fantasies become reality. Now we talking, right?
Man, that leads off into, because you just said something real powerful. That leads off into the Revolutionary Artist Program Initiative, which is your thing, man, and is Explain that whole this movement, man, because I know that you are the instructor over
Yeah.
this whole situation, man.
Right.
And give the name correctly again, because I want to do justice to this thing.
You said it right. So
Okay.
I am the designer and instructor for a program called the Revolutionary Artist Program Initiative, also known as the RAP Initiative. And so basically what it does is it walks people step by step on how to make money from the music in the United States of America. Right. And it's not necessarily a strategy guide. It's not necessarily like a brand building class. It's literally like an educational course. So you can know step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 on how to make money from your music. Right. Anybody can do it. If you wanted to make a song right now, I can teach you how to make that money, that song make money for you. Right. I get 8 royalty checks every single year. Right. On repeat, and I can depend on it. And I think that is an elevation to not only my community, but to my artistry, because now I have a budget, right, that I can utilize to further my creative endeavors. I don't think that anybody is getting into the music industry not wanting to make money. There are people who probably like making music just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
But everybody want to get that big check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
everybody's looking for their big payoff from all their hard work. I mean, it's expensive. You know, you got to pay to go to the studio, get it mixed, pay for the beat. Music video. There's so much behind putting into music. You definitely want to see some type of return at some point.
Yeah, man. I'm actually an artist as well, bro.
Okay.
I'm a gospel artist, but I'm an ancient artist.
Oh,
man,
no, listen, man. It don't matter if you 31, 37, did this album 12.
My music it came out about 24, 25 years ago. That's why I say it's ancient.
I promise you, I can
okay?
make your music make money.
So,
I promise you right now. I'm telling you this right now. Ted, after the camera go off, we gonna sit down. We can talk about it. I can make you some money.
Okay.
I can increase your household right now.
So is that part of the program,
Absolutely.
the Revolutionary Artist Program Initiative, man? Let's really put some teeth to this thing,
Yeah.
man. What?
So it's 4 parts to this program.
Yes.
All right. The first part is the Performance Rights Organization Essentials. Okay. We basically tell people exactly what a performance rights organization is. So a little quick snippet of Performance Rights Organization is like BMI, ASCAP, CSAC, right? Those are the 3 big ones in the United States, right? BMI is Broadcast Music Incorporated. ASCAP is the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. And CSAC is the European one, but they are the only one that is for profit, right? Well, technically in 2022, BMI went to for profit, but that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so the first part is PRO Essentials. We teach everybody about the PROs. Then the next part is about the song creating process, right? What it takes, where to find a good engineer, where to find a good studio, what it should sound like. Then the third part is talking about distribution, right? We make sure we fully encompass all of the ways to distribute your music to the masses. And the last part is radio royalties, sync royalties, and video and other different placements, right? So we tell people how to get their music onto mainstream radio as well as college radio and other mediums. And then we talk to people about sync licensing, which is getting your music into TV, film, video games, etc.
That's good stuff. You got anything?
So does this program cost?
Of course, yeah. It
So
takes a lot of money.
It's kind of like school.
It's a program. We offer really affordable means to take this course. So there's 2 different ways you can take this course. You can directly connect with me, right? And I can do a one-on-one year-round version of this course, or you can take a 10-week version of this course, which is the initiative. And that is through the Ether Co-op, right? And so that's another group that I work with. It's a bunch of creatives around Nashville, minority creatives, right? BIPOC community, people just collaborating, bringing all the resources together to generate money, right? So if someone needs a videographer, we have that in our repertoire. Somebody needs a graphic designer, a mixing engineer, so on and so forth.
So it sounds like you wear a whole lot of hats. So how do you incorporate all these different things that you're in as well as your children and your wife?
They are with me a lot, actually.
Okay.
I intentionally made my brand to be community oriented so that I can include them, so that I'm never bringing them in a dangerous situation or putting them around people who may want to do us harm. Like, we're always around like-minded individuals who are positive and who are trying to see the world in a bright light. And I think that that's how I kind of keep my family in the loop. Like I said, I met my family on tour because we were performing at churches. So I was very excited to see that kind of play out in real time. I didn't kind of intentionally make it that way, but it was possible. And so that's kind of how my family can see me. And I don't know, I don't sleep a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. They're the reason why I wake up. And so I'm always ready to wake up. I love my family. My family is beautiful, and they keep me energized. I'm very grateful for them. So it's never a time where I'm without them, for real.
Bro, I'm gonna dig in right there a little bit, man. Like I say, man, to have a young black brother with so much positive energy, bro, and like I had one of my other young cats on here named Malachi, and you kind of remind me of this brother.
You gotta lock us in.
Man,
you gotta put us together.
I am. He's a rapper as well.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely introduce you all and connect you all. But man, to your vibe, man, and you said something to me while we was talking before we got on air, man, and you said something about how you imbibe a lot of positivity in your life.
Yeah.
You don't like
he was talking about
imbibe negativity. Go ahead.
He was talking about how old I was, and I get a lot of the times that people will say that I'm like, oh, I thought you was 23 or 24 or something, and I think it's because I feed my inner child often. Right, there's never a time where I'm not playful. Right, I'm at work. I'm always, I gags DeMarco. I'm always cracking jokes, coming around. So I love that energy of keeping your inner child alive keeps you young. My cousin on the live talking about facts, because if you ask her, she like 40.
Wow.
she look younger than me.
Yeah.
So it is about it's about what you ingest, right? And I think a lot of the times people think that it's just food, but what you watch is what you ingest. You know what I mean? Who you talk to, you're ingesting their intellectual property. You know what I mean? It's always about watching what's going into you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey.
Okay, I told you I was gonna do this to you. So we in such a negative world.
Come on, girl.
And so I have a saying, it's not my saying, but it says, don't let something that happens early in the day kind of like control your day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I try to be, I understand what you're saying. I try to be positive, but it's just so many unhappy people that comes into your space.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you, because you've been hyped since I've been here. So I'm like, okay, how
I'm
do you
always
keep,
like this though.
but I'm like, how do you, I mean, I understand, but it's negative. I know some people make you mad, something.
Of course, I ain't gonna act like I don't have a mean streak, right? But I think that there is a balance to everybody, right? Within light, there is darkness. Within darkness, there is light. And I think that that's the beauty of humanity. But we have this choice, this will, right? That we were gifted with, and that's where we make the Most High proud, is when we choose choose righteousness, when we choose to be kind in spite of the ease in being negative. It's very easy for me somebody cut me off and I'll flip them off but it's difficult for you to kind of swallow that and be like, you know what, this person probably got something else going on. Father God, put your hands on them and guide them through it. Like, that energy, it shifts you too. It's not even just for them. Because sometimes you don't even realize when you praying for somebody else, you that same prayer come back down and bless you. So I'm definitely not opposed to, I think a lot of people will look at me and say I'm peaceful, and that's fine. But peaceful doesn't mean without violence or incapable of violence. It just means that I'm choosing
To
peace.
control.
That control
Yes,
is
sir.
way more powerful than anything that the opposing forces, they don't have control over that. You know, they're allowing whatever forces of nature to just push them in whatever way. But when you have a really strong will and alignment in your life, it's almost easy to say, oh yeah, this ain't for me, so I'm gonna stay right here. You know,
I gotta get in this one. I had a sermon about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I said this, you all. The way God knows that you love Him. People, they go around trying to figure out, how do you know if God knows you? You know, how do you show God that you love Him? You just said it in a nutshell, how to show God that you love Him. You have to automatically be able to not be aggressive or take the offense or always have to clap back. Always want to, if someone pisses you off, you automatically got to be able to shut your emotion down, to control yourself and get yourself into a position to where you can bring
that
positivity.
ain't easy now, Ted.
Man,
You say it like it's easy. It ain't easy, man.
it's not. It's not easy, but that is really how you imbibe, how you really love Christ, is because when you can get that type of, it says you put on the persona of Christ. That's why you want to live. You want to be Christ-like.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you don't get me.
Yeah.
I get
Listen,
to preach it.
we get to go.
Yeah,
We get to go
I don't
now.
want to go there, but you think about everything that Jesus went through.
Yeah.
And in spite of, he still had the right person, had the right spirit, and that's what we're supposed to be like. So that's what you just you said it in so many words just a minute ago, man, that you want to imbibe positivity at all times. And if you can do that in your life, you are really, really making a statement saying that you're being Christ-like.
I agree. And like you say, it requires a whole lot of training
Yeah,
for
Facts.
that.
No, that's facts.
But that
It also goes
Go ahead.
it's very circumstantial as well, because like, all right, I don't know where I heard this from, but if you're walking out of a coffee bar and you have coffee in your cup and somebody bumps into you and you spill coffee on your shirt, why did you spill coffee?
because the person bumped into.
No, because it was coffee in your cup. If it was water, you would have spilled water on yourself.
Okay.
So when you get bumped and shaken by life, whatever's in your cup, that's what's gonna spill on you. So if you have anger in your cup, when you get shaken up, anger gonna come out.
That's good.
When you got jealousy and greed and all these other bad emotions, when life shake you up, that's what start coming out.
That's good.
So it's also about what is on you, what is in you. And I meditate often. I'm a breath worker. I love to just breathe, and I think that helps empty that cup. You know what I mean? Sometimes we don't even realize what we're holding on to until you sit with yourself and you allow, you just allow the Most High to kind of just channel into you, and you just, not just praying for anything in particular, but just being grateful, practicing that breath work. Yeah, it's a journey, man. I don't think that anybody's really all the way there.
It comes with maturity. Don't
sure.
get it. It definitely comes with maturity. But I have to say this: we always say it's hard to do this, it's hard to do that, but technically, it's really not hard to do it. It's you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I think you don't want to
Okay.
do it because of its challenge, right?
There you go.
Not necessarily that it's hard to. I think that there is an ease to being that kind of person, right? But the challenge is the perception of others, right? Oh, if somebody talk to me crazy and I don't say nothing back. Sometimes the challenge is patience, right? When sometimes you're doing the right thing, quote unquote right thing, and you'll want a payout, something back in return. You want reciprocity sometimes. Hey, I was so sweet to my wife yesterday. Why is she being mean to me this morning? It's like, no, you shouldn't be sweet to her because you want her to be sweet to you. You should be sweet to her because you want to be sweet. And so, or not even because you want to be sweet, but because of how it affects that other person.
Yeah.
I think we have definitely, especially in the social media era, have gotten away from empathy. And we always center ourselves. You ever see somebody post something on social media, and then you go to the comment section, and somebody's talking about a different subject? They're disagreeing with this person, but they're making up their own disagreeing points, and it's because they have taken this whatever this person is talking about and made it about themselves. And we do that constantly.
All the time. We make it about us.
We make it about us.
Yeah, yeah. And then that's when the attitude, everything
just bubble over
everything
now. Now you spilling coffee on your shirt.
I like that analogy. I'm about to, what's in your cup?
What's in your cup?
That's good.
Yeah, I like
That's a whole word right there.
Yeah,
That
it's a whole
really
word.
is.
You're right about that.
What is in your cup, y'all? I'm a pin that one. That's a great one. Brother, I got a flyer right here that I'm looking at. September the 16th.
Yes, sir.
From 7 to 9. You want to talk a little bit about that
I
real
do,
quick?
absolutely, man. Shout out to my boy Gerard Longo. He is the creator of a group called the Underdogs Across Borders. So what he has done is he's traveled all across the country and to other countries in order to connect the independent music scene. In 2025 and beyond, we have so much technology at our fingertips that we don't have to depend on major music labels anymore. We can control our own intellectual property, and we can distribute it on our own means. So we don't have to sell out anymore. So his objective is to connect all these independent artists, create this network, and then we don't have to depend on getting signed to a major label. We can do our own things. It's also a brand ambassador, a brand development tool. So he does brand seminars and tell people how to better get their stuff out there, and search engine optimization, all types of great stuff. But yes, September 16th, it's a Tuesday. We will be at Helping Our Music Evolve on 615 Main Street. And yeah, man, it's gonna be an amazing performance.
So you will be performing that day?
Yes, sir. Yeah, me alongside E.T. Got Soul, Jazzy the Uncontrolled Goddess, and my boy brother Dusty. So we got some really powerful. Carter. I forgot his name. I'm gonna send you the flyer so you can put it in the video. But there's another performing artist. It's really gonna be a great set. I really hope to see many of you all there.
So will it be a lot of secular rap artists at this particular event, or is it going to be both?
All of it is going to be clean, positive music. We got a poet, we got a singer songwriter, we got like a live band, like a rock band. But we all are doing, like, this is a kid friendly event. So may not be worship music, but it's gonna be something that is, you can bring your family to.
Absolutely, something that'll make you think positive. Yeah. That's the vibe right there, bro.
So is it on the inside or outside event?
It's an inside event. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's something different that I'll have to try that out next week.
Absolutely, man. You got something you want to throw in there, baby?
No, that's it. I'm glad I was wondering about, because I saw it. I was like, what is Underdogs Across Borders?
Yeah, it's a really cool concept to kind of try to embolden independent artists. I think sometimes we get lost in the sauce trying to get to that other side. You know what I mean? I think the perception is to sign this major record deal and all of our problems will be gone, but actually, the average signed record label artist is making like $70,000 a year.
That's all?
Yeah.
Wow. So under this umbrella, it's it's R&B and gospel.
So it's R&B. We have an R&B artist. We have a rock and roll band. We got a poet, hip hop artist, myself, and two hip hop artists actually, and a singer songwriter.
Okay.
So we kind of put an array of performing artists together.
Okay. But even down to your production to help people get royalty and different things, it's still R&B and gospel. It doesn't matter.
Um, Anybody can make royalties. If you make music, you can get royalties. We can help you.
Okay.
I don't care what genre it is. You
Okay.
make folk music. You make, you know what I mean. If you play spoons, and if you can distribute it and it's music, I can help you make money off of that.
Okay. Okay.
So, man, this thing goes by fast. I let everybody know
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this
That's
thing
6:47
is
already.
it's already jumping,
That's
bro.
beautiful.
But
We was chopping it up.
what I do want you to do, man, before we get off this air tonight, bro, I need you, Ethan, to really, really give us something for young black men that's gonna help push them to another level in their thinking. You said something. You think I wouldn't listen to you? I was listening to a whole lot you were saying tonight before we got started. You said, you success is life and death to you, or something to that.
I feel like you gotta want success as bad as you want to breathe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you hold your head underwater, that feeling when you gotta get up, that's how bad you gotta want success.
Wow.
You gotta want success as bad as you want to breathe.
So I want you to chime in, and you can start from right there, or you can give me something, go in the direction you want to go with this, but something for young black American men that's going to push them to wanting success, wanting to be better, wanting to get out there and be a part of the community and help out in the community, because like I say, man, we got to have more brothers that want to do this, man, so we can be a better community, period.
I think that I don't think. I know we are headed that direction. I know we're more powerful than it appears. We have all of the tools, all of the resources. What we don't have is the connectivity. In our community, the more we connect with each other, the stronger we are. But you know what? We headed that direction, because in Atlanta, you know what they calling each other? They're calling each other twin.
Wow.
That's what they say to everybody. I mean, that's the new lingo. They saying, "Hey, what's up, twin?" So, that's so deep. It's like, first of all, I feel like it's like destroying the way the N-word is being used.
Thank you, Lord.
I feel like that's not going to be a thing for us for very much longer, because we're finding other ways to hail each other up. We have other words of endearment.
That's
each other.
good, man.
You know what I mean? So they calling each other
killing
twin.
it with man.
So much so they see each other. They see themselves in each other so much so that they're calling each other twin.
Twin.
So keep that up. I love the idea of twin. Right? We are each other's twins. I see you. You see me. It's the I and I. And we're gonna bring back unity in our communities, and we're gonna bring back humanity and empathy and compassion and love, and true masculinity, because masculinity isn't violent.
Man, come
Masculinity is protective. Masculinity is providence. Masculinity is leadership, right? We don't, violence is not a part of masculinity. Okay? We are definitely we're heading in a different direction. We're going to be held accountable for our actions. We're going to love our black sisters and black queens.
Amen.
We're going to uplift our entire communities. We're going to protect the kids. We're going to hold our brothers. You are your brother's keeper. So we're going to hold our brothers accountable, because until it's all of us, it's none of us. You hear me?
That's good stuff, man. You bruh. Is that all you want to leave on them? Is that it?
Oh man, that's all I got for y'all, man.
Okay, because you to hear, man, I cannot y'all explain how great it feels to be my age, to see a young brother talk like this, you all, and say these type of things over the airwaves, for more, African American brothers to hear this and see this and understand that it's he said it so clearly. We have to start connecting more, being in each other's space. I hate to say this, y'all. We cannot isolate ourselves. I say this so many times. Isolation is not going to help us as a community. It's only going to drive us further apart. So like I said, man, I have really, really enjoyed talking to you tonight, man, with everything that you got going on from the B4L, man, that situation right there, man, going out and cleaning up communities and doing what y'all doing in the JC Napier area. I used to play out there in the JC Napier area when I was young, bro, and it was actually safer back then, you know, because we didn't have a lot of shooting. We fought more, but like I say, man, positive. I want to, like I say, send you out of here, man, with any, all the accolades I can give you, bro, because I want you to understand, man, keep up the good work.
Yes,
do not stop.
Awesome work.
Please. We need so many more brothers like you.
Oh, it's an army of us, man. Bang for Liberation. We are the Environmental Justice Army. So it's not just me, my boy Big Six. We got Foundation Mecca. We got Lord Goldie, Jaffe Judah, Joseph Boz. Let me see. It's literally like 14, 15 just young black people who care about the community. We just wanna see everybody win.
Well, look, this is what I want to do, man. I want to definitely set up another interview with some of you and some of your other brothers to talk about some other situation, other things that y'all are actually doing in the community. Cause man, I really, really, really want to
before our block party coming up in October. So I'm gonna holler at Jaffe and we'll come through here and we'll chop it up with you.
Sweet.
And then we'll support you on next Tuesday, September the 16th.
Absolutely.
Yes, put that out there. Y'all put that on your calendars. And what's the time again?
It's 7 to 9.
7 to 9. Yeah, to go to something positive for a change.
Yes,
I mean, you can go out there and support all these other people. Come on and support the independent artists, because you all need to be lifted up and put out there as well.
We need it. Thank you so much.
Well, Train Spit has been another amazing show with you tonight, brother. Awesome. I cannot say it enough.
Yes,
another African American young brother, y'all, and I'm gonna leave it at that right there, okay? Because when you have positivity in our community and in our black brothers, change is on the way, you all.
Yes, man.
And he gives me encouragement to know that change is on the way, you all. So y'all be blessed out there. Y'all having an amazing evening. You have been listening to WFTB 104.1 FM Tab Nashville Gospel Radio Station. Also being recorded is the Sacrificial Conversations podcast. Go subscribe, you all. Like I say, love you all. Give it up for this brother Ethan. We got to clap our hands and on the day.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, so man, like I say, anything you want to say before we jump off this air tonight,
I just want to put my tag back out there. You know who it is. It's your boy TRANE Spitter.
Yes, sir. Spitter. I love it. So y'all be blessed. Listen to this last song that we're going to play before we get out of here on tonight, y'all. We love you all. Y'all have a nice night.
Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution?
They hit my line, but I decline cause I don't talk for free. I get it, they get offended because they talk is cheap. Don't ask me no more questions if you haven't asked to feed. Casually exclude me from anything that's not bringing green, cause I'm on go. I never settled when they said no. I never gave a damn, but I redirected my flow. The world ain't small, I'm just so much bigger than I know. Everywhere I go, I walk in and it feels like it's my home. I paid the price so I can play in this position. I wasn't sitting back, hoping, waiting, wishing. I was in the studio mixing. Not so distant, he was mixing in the kitchen. I ain't proud, but I'm proud, we knew we had to get it. We was road tripping, doing shows, low tipping, even though flow's killing. But I know I'm so different, and people fear change.
Revolution's the whole mission. Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution?
I won't miss you before you need me. You must not believe me. Fat meat, greasy. If you try to reach me. Text message on Stevie, wonder if he sees me. I don't. Plenty people proclaim to have made me. I know. Tell them do it again, see if it works. It won't. Clown ass niggas always putting on a show, but day one niggas stick and walk in the dough. Lately all these yikes niggas acting like some hoes. Don't go chasing waterfalls when you ain't got a bow. Better pay my price because you dealing with a pro. Let me get it off my chest. Better let these niggas know. I'm the guy in the chair and the one you should fear. If you think I'm a square, hope that's clear. Play with your kids, don't play with your life. If you ready to die, revolution's on the rise.
Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution? Are you ready for a revolution?
I told y'all it was going to be a good conversation. Sacrificial Conversations. Did you subscribe yet? Hit that like button. You might get something that's going to help your life. Y'all be blessed.